being real, you know I love Jerry Jones to the tune of $5.2 million, undeserved, unearned. It feels out of line. It just feels like an owner sitting up high is deep in the minutia, and you're looking at it like, I have to be skeptical of this criticism. Why? Because, one, if Jerry's doing this deep level of analysis, the question isn't what he's summing up in analysis, it's why are you that deep in that analysis?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about why, because he's protecting his money. He knows how to balance his checkbook. He knows that Dak Prescott must be protected at all costs. Return on investment, obviously, is what he desires. And sometimes you talk about a player with confidence, and sometimes you talk about a player to build confidence. And I think right now is a time where he doesn't want Dak Prescott to lose confidence because the team is on this roller coaster ride. Now, the reason they're on the roller coaster ride is just simple. The running game has disappeared on them. But Jerry decides to say, hey, there's a relationship between quarterback and wide receiver. Let's point out the wide receiver issues. To his credit, what Jerry Jones is saying, CeeDee Lamb has missed a game. Amari Cooper missed 2 games. Cedric Wilson missed a game. Michael Gallup missed 7 games. Inconsistency in terms of being in the lineup, right? But damn, Jerry, are you really trying to make me dive deep into 2-yard out cuts versus 4-yard out cuts, and it's nothing to do with Dak Prescott? It's all about the receivers. So it just came across to me as something that, why are you that deep into the weeds unless you have some kind of intention or motive?
Yeah, I think you make a good point. The why, we'll never know. Obviously, we're going to debate about that, why he did it. But bottom line is, at this point in the year, every coach is preaching route discipline, route discipline, route discipline. That's depth and timing in any passing game, because guys get lazy as the season goes on. And you get away with something early. It's like getting away with a fadeaway three-pointer, and the coach just cringes. But you make it. Well, you think you can do it again. You know what I mean? Because it worked, and you applaud the result and not the process. But the process has to be there to achieve the result over and over. But every week, Jerry's going to watch the game. He's going to formulate his own opinions on things. Then he's going to sit in the coaches' meeting, and head coach, special teams coordinator, defensive coordinator, they're all going to give their piece, and then they're going to go position by position. And Jerry's going to ask them all questions, and they got to have answers. That's the way it works in Dallas, okay? I don't know about every other program or every other organization, but that's what happens in Dallas. So I guarantee you one of the coaches said, hey, on this play, I need CeeDee Lamb looking over this shoulder, not that shoulder. You could see it on one of their game plan-specific plays to CD going up the seam, and Dak misses, and on the broadcast they're even saying, like, oh, I think he just missed him. You see him going up the field, boom, and there goes CD looking over the wrong shoulder, and Dak's thinking he's going to look on the other shoulder. This is a play they haven't run all year. So Kellen Moore or somebody in that, the receiver coach or somebody says, hey, he's got to look this way, he's got to run this depth, whatever it is. So then Jerry just repeats it. Now that's where I think the issue is. Why? Why repeat that unless, like you said, Marcel, if he's trying to, drive a point home, okay, fine, you say it publicly, you send the warning shot across the bow. But for what?
What?
That part.
I just don't understand the need to let that meeting become public.
I love your point, and let's remind everybody you played in Dallas. Played in Dallas as recent as 2016, I believe.
Year,
so you know exactly. You've been there with Jerry Jones in the meetings, et cetera. I hate Jerry Jones calling out the receivers. Why do we baby Dak Prescott? This is a question for America.
You had me at line 1. Line 3, I'm off.
It was line 2.
No,
why?
Dallas. He played in Dallas. And since you want to go there, I played in Dallas, too. You never say that to me. You played in Dallas as recent as... Thank you. That was line 2.
Why do we baby Dak Prescott? Someone let me know. Someone let me know. Dak Prescott makes $40+ or so million a year. Dak Prescott has been in the league now 5+ years. Dak Prescott has proven to be one of the mentally, physically, emotionally toughest individuals playing the game of football, yet we baby him. I've seen nothing but excuses for Dak Prescott's present struggles. Ain't even a season of struggles. Present struggles. Man, the receivers are 4th worst in getting separation. Now we're looking at the separation analytics. Man, the wide receivers are 2 yards out of where they need to be. Jerry, you're not even using proper verbiage. They 2 yards outside the hash. They 2 yards outside the numbers. They 2 yards inside the numbers. They 2 yards inside the hash.
Relativeness.
I'm just like, Jerry, if you're going to say it, Say it. Yeah. Why are we babying Dak Prescott? This is like, to Sanchez's point, I'm just going to heighten it, add a little hyperbole if I may. It's a bad game of telephone, y'all. It's a bad game of telephone. What it is Mike McCarthy says something to Jerry Jones. He probably said, man, on this play, CeeDee Lamb was probably supposed to be 2 yards outside the numbers on this. He should have cut this route a little bit earlier. Now, Jerry, a little bit more disconnected from football, which he should be. He runs a billion-dollar corporation, comes to us and says, well, you know, CD is 2 yards out of where he should be. You don't even say it right, big dog. Ooh. That's why I know you lying. Ooh. Like, you don't even say it right. So, if I was to meander through Compton,
why? Like Sanchez said, why? What are you doing?
If I was to meander through Compton, I could put on a good front. A little something.
I don't know about that. That little something. The cameo.
They said it was Nino Brownish, big dog.
Yeah, in 91.
I could put on a little front, but eventually I would say something and people would be like, wait a second, Acho, you're not from here, man.
Yeah, this ain't Harlem, homie.
You're not from here.
New Jack.
That's what it sounded like with Jerry Jones speaking.
I get you.
It's like, wait a second, Jerry. You had me until you said that. You're not really from here. I just don't understand why we keep babying Dak Prescott. I hate Jerry Jones calling out other guys. Dak, just own it. It's
you done turned the temperature up, and that ain't just the reason I'm sweating. Disconnected. Is he disconnected? What year did you retire?
3 seasons ago.
Okay.
When
did you retire?
15.
All right, me 06, 07. Okay. Let's be careful of what people who played the game. And Jerry didn't play at the highest level. He played at Arkansas. 1964, national champions, right? Love to see that team picture. Let's just say, was it 11 man? Were we all represented? Let me stop. Here's the thing. You look at Jerry Jones, I be careful, Acho, saying disconnected, because once you play the game, do you know the game? And if you know the game, why you can't talk the game? But
you know the game moves, Osel.
The game moves. Look, that's to my greater point.
Please.
Jerry Jones shouldn't have kept this receipt and certainly shouldn't have flashed it for the public's viewing. I don't know how y'all pay y'all bills, but me, I'm paperless. You know what I'm saying? But I remember old school checks.
Environmentally conscious?
Yes. Fiscally responsible I am and for the environment. But you remember the old school checks? You used to get it and write your check out. Damn it, Southern California gas, right? And then you'd rip it out and put it in an envelope. And then there was this other piece of paper, the carbon copy right underneath it, that everybody's supposed to keep and nobody ever used, right? What the hell is this? All right, pay the bill. If they got the money, they got the money. If not, let me go look online. Point is, you're not supposed to be in this situation, Jerry, showing that carbon copy or whatever Kellen Moore or whoever the hell told you this. It's supposed to be paperless right now. I got the information, and that's all I need. And if you need to talk to these receivers, I played in Dallas. Jerry showed up in the defensive line room. Let's just say he didn't need a megaphone for us to listen to every single word he said intently. Why do you have to have us on your side in the jury when Jerry Jones already has the voice?
Well, I just don't know if you need to make that message public, number one. And if you're going to say it, just say it in a way that's, hey, we've all got to be sharp. Offense can't be like defense where somebody misses a gap, but somebody else, makes an interception and makes it okay. Offense doesn't work like that. It's 11 on 11 every time, and they have to be perfect. You can't screw up. So even when you're on the backside of blocks, the guy runs down the play. Like, nobody can afford to make a mistake, and that's one extra cycle in your speed out. If you go 6 instead of 8 or whatever, that's an issue. And now the ball, a timing route, is going to be off. But you can say that in just a blanket statement. We need to be sharp. We need to be more disciplined. We need to, hey, we've had a lot of guys in and out of the lineup with injuries and guys getting sick and whatever. Whatever the turnover reason is for these guys showing up in and out of the lineup, that's it. And you just kind of put it on that and you move forward, but we all got to be better. I just don't understand, like, hey, it's these guys got to be better specifically.
Let me explain it to you.
Okay. Break it down.
It's because we baby Dak Prescott.
Oh, man, damn.
It has everything to do with that. It has everything to do with that.
It has nothing to do with
He earned his way, bro.
You have no...
He's earned it. He's earned his right.
They
have good things said about him.
Okay.
He's playing well. He's playing fine. His numbers are fine.
That's true.
And he's a likable guy. So nobody wants to just, he's not as polarizing as maybe Aaron Rodgers. He's not as polarizing as a lot of other guys.
All these things are true, but they're not mutually...
People want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It can be both true that Dak has earned the right to be babied and also true that we're babying Dak. I'm giving y'all that. Has Dak earned the right to be babied? Sure. He's earned the right. Sanchez, Dak Prescott, his first.
He's a good player. You don't have to say bad stuff about him.
He is a great player.
Not much to
He's
say.
a great player, but he hasn't been playing great lately. His last 3 games, he ain't been playing all that good.
Ooh.
1 win, 2 losses. Completion percentage, down. Touchdown interception ratio, 1-to-1. Passer rating, I don't even like the stat, but it's 81. I hate the stat.
Why you keep putting it up there only to help your argument?
But first 8 games of the season. Oh, my God. Completion percentage, it was a 70. Touchdown interception ratio was 4-to-1 instead of 1-to-1. Passer rating was up 30 points. Come on, y'all. Clearly, Dak Prescott is not playing well right now, and that's okay. But Sanchez, after a bad show, here's what I don't do. Man, well, if Marcellus Wiley would have set me up better, man, well, if Sanchez would have been funnier if he would have sat like this the whole time.
Hey, it's coming out too easy for him not to do that, okay? So obviously he does.
I don't sit here and blame everybody else. I say, you know what, Acho? You could have had a better show.
I'm not blaming everybody else. I'm just saying they had. Here we go. You want me to baby Dak? I'll baby Dak. They had 3 games. They had 3 games in 12 days, so they could get their home game for the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. 3 unfamiliar opponents. They caught the Chiefs on the way up. They've got the Saints. Thank God. They lost the.
That's a good. Yes, I have a baby. Yes, I have 4 kids. I know how to baby some
Tough
kids.
stretch. They won 1 out of 3. They should have won 2 of them at least.
It is hot in here.
And they're going to go make their run.
What do
got
they
the
say?
guys healthy, and now they know how deep to run their routes.
What do they
So we're all
say
safe.
about buttholes? Everybody has one.
And they all stink.
And they all
right.
stink. I'm tired of hearing about the same issues that Tom Brady has had to deal
I think
with.
its excuses are like buttholes or armpits. I would have said armpits for
It's a
TV.
PG show. I just have bad visuals.
Sorry.
Can I get some of these ribs?
Please.
Because I'm not going to let you do this.
What did I do?
you.
I'm not going to let you do
I'm a
this.
truth teller. I am a truth teller, America.
Look, Sanchez told us, and we all are guilty of it. That's maybe why you're so outraged. I would be outraged as well. We're obviously outraged at the things we're guilty of. And every player knows that the fundamentals erode as the season goes on because you have your results and you live or die by them. And that's why coaching is so important, imperative, right? So there's a difference between attention to details and too much attention on details. And let me give you the difference. I sat down one time, one of my greatest moments of life is seriously, I was at this dinner, you know those charity dinners we do, and you never know who's there, and then most of the time you're walking in like, oh, God, here we go. I'm going to be at the table by myself talking to all these CEOs about third and goal. Like, right? You're sitting there like mad. And then guess what? I sat down next to Barry Sanders. Oh, wow. Now, why is this important? Because Barry Sanders don't talk that much, right? You ever been around Barry Sanders? Good luck. And I'm at 2 hours. I got to sit with him, and we eating, so I know you're going to be feeling good, right? So we sitting there. And I remember he told me this short story. He was like, he was so detail-oriented. A lot of people see the flash, they see the hips, they see the talent. And he was like, he was so detail-oriented. I was like, give me an example. He was like, well, you know the difference between a 6-yard loss as a running back and a 60-yard touchdown? I was like, nah. He said 6 inches. And I started thinking like, damn, 6. But more importantly, that's how close it is. And so when we show CeeDee Lamb looking over the wrong shoulder, someone else is like, what does it matter? Just turn and catch the ball. It's that small a difference that we're talking about. But here's the thing. If it's that small, Jerry, why make it this big for everybody?